Stress, the silent killer, one of the leading causes of heart attacks. Yes, you heard that right. The fast-paced, high-pressure world of entrepreneurship can take a serious toll on your health. But is it worth it? Are we starting to see that the hustle culture isn't quite the answer, even if you have huge goals and ambitions? Because after all, what's the point of building a successful business if you're not around to enjoy it? In this video, we are going to explore practical strategies to reduce and manage stress as an entrepreneur. And don't think I'm some life guru who is trying to sell you on a course how to live stress-free life. I believe that small dose of stress is always healthy for you. This is based on my experience, and I did talk to a lot of successful people, and one of the first advices I got from a really successful entrepreneur is to figure out exactly where that stress is coming from. Sometimes the lack of money can cause big anxiety, especially if you have family to support. Just imagine you took your whole life savings to start this business and now you're on the verge of failing. You dream huge, but at the same time you gotta pay your rent, you gotta pay your bills. Maybe you have a big vision, but the things are not moving too fast. Nobody likes to be seen as failure. In entrepreneurship in general, there is a lot of uncertainty. For example, in real estate sales, you never know if the deal is actually going to close. And maybe you just want to achieve more and more, and that is causing you to be stressed all the time. Every second you're not working can seem like a wasted potential. Whatever it is, the truth is, the more stress you can handle and manage, the more things you can accomplish in life. Also, there are stages in business when I'm more stressed, and there are stages in business when I'm less stressed. If somebody who has a multi-million-dollar company is watching this, they probably have different stress than I do, and that is completely normal. But most people, when they're complaining about stress, are thinking about that early growth stage stress. Most times stress is coming from lack of control, not being organized, not having systems in place. That's one thing I noticed as well. I witnessed some people just getting overwhelmed with small things because they jump on everything. Somebody calls them and they must answer immediately, or they receive a text and they have to respond right now. Most things can wait. Nothing has to be done right away. This sounds very simple, but this way you will always feel overwhelmed and you won't be productive at all. When somebody calls me now, and if I'm in the middle of something, I just put a reminder to call them back. Use tools like to-do lists, calendars, and project management apps. Break your day into manageable chunks and set realistic deadlines. Remember, it's not about working hard, but working smart. But I think in business and life in general, the best thing to do is to stop being reactive. Things just happen in life. The way we perceive and experience them matters. That's what's important. In sales, for example, if somebody hangs up on you, that shouldn't discourage you from making the next call. Or if you get rejected all the time, that shouldn't change the course of your journey and your vision too much. And it's hard because anything that happens in your personal life, it can massively affect your business. Life is unpredictable, but it shouldn't be this way all the time. You are an entrepreneur. People came to you for results, so you better give them results. People don't see what you're thinking, but they see what you're doing. This isn't about you. I mean, I can make a whole video about how perception is everything in sales, but the point is, a reactive person just can't handle pressure that well. It's very easy to predict someone's success by the way they react to things. There are some things in life you can control, and there are things that you cannot control. And you have to be able to see what those things are. As a real estate agent, I can't affect interest rates. I cannot control life events that make people buy or sell. I can't control the economy, but here are the things I can control. I can always look good, dress nice, appear confident, talk to people daily about buying and selling. For me, life is a game of chess. I take my time to think of my next move. And I always play out a few different scenarios for each move I make. Because you are always responsible for your next move. The ball is in your court. No amount of stress should shake your vision as an entrepreneur. I learned at a young age that stress doesn't solve anything. I worked in a restaurant in a very touristy area back home in Europe, and I had to serve 10 tables at the same time. That was the biggest amount of anxiety I experienced at that time, and I learned how to take a step back and see the list of things that needs to be done and just execute. Of course, I cannot compare serving tables with running a multi-billion-dollar company or even running a small business. But what I'm trying to say is, all great entrepreneurs have one thing in common. They can see where they want to be in life way before they're even there. so they don't let small things take their focus. Imagine trying to build a huge company and you are getting annoyed because the light just turned red on the street. Just doesn't make sense. One thing that helped me tremendously is trying to live in the present. I think Eckhart Tolle said, if you live in the present, you will always feel like you're at home. In more simple language, when you're eating, eat. When you're at the beach, enjoy beach. When you are with your family, be with your family. And when you work, you work. It's very hard because we want to achieve more, and every minute we are not working can seem like a wasted time. I remember last year I was in Croatia, and this guy, we were at this beautiful beach, me and my wife, and I saw this guy with his entire family sitting on a laptop for a couple of hours having meetings and running some kind of reports. I promised myself not to be that guy. As entrepreneurs, it's easy to blur lines between work and personal life. But it's crucial to set boundaries. Make time for your family, hobbies and relaxation. Schedule breaks and stick to them. Remember, taking time off is not a luxury, but a necessity for a long-term success. And hear me out, maybe you just aren't that busy. A lot of entrepreneurs like to say they're busy, but most times this is just perception in their mind. And I understand that. They maybe want to prove themselves to family and friends how they are working on their business all the time. This is nothing more than a habit, thinking pattern. You will never have time. You will always be busy. You're going to wait until you finish this thing, then this next thing is going to come along. The more you grow, the less time you will have up to a certain point. That brings us to one more thing I knew about, but I wasn't applying because I thought I'm good enough, and that's using leverage. Don't do everything yourself. Don't be one person show all the time. It's totally okay to hire some help to help you with the things that you don't want to do anymore or you're not good at. Some people are great leaders but not so good with small administrative tasks, so their time is better spent as a leader of the company than 5 different roles. But it's important to be careful here. It's very easy to over-leverage yourself and bring more stress to your life. It's always better to create a need and then leverage than to do other way around. For example, hiring a personal driver for me in my business would be an insane return. I could text, talk on the phone, send emails, have Zoom meetings in the back of my car, but it just wouldn't make sense at my stage right now. And that's because I have other things to leverage out first before I even think about hiring a driver. But no matter what you're going through, just remember to be grateful for whatever you have right now. I'm healthy, I have people that love me, I have food. Just write all the things that you're grateful for. Human brain is born if there are no problems in life. It's very easy to forget good things that are happening, especially if you're comparing yourself to others. If you find any value in this video whatsoever, please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much, and check out these videos I made.